she's not into you or interested in you because of the fact that she wants you to be a certain man, or she feels like she should get a different type of man, or she feels like you're not good enough. And sometimes people can have the package, but they don't know how to deliver it. What it do, what is up, my BBossBaddies and my bad man fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we are going to be talking about signs that you are not the man for her. So you guys already know I have so many signs video and I'm going to continue to keep doing them. So you guys might as well drop the type of signs that you would like to know from women down below, okay? So you guys already know the routine. Make sure you check out my Patreon, make sure you check out my second YouTube channel, and of course make sure you check out my other social media. And so let's actually get into this. So you guys already know the routine. We start for 5, go down to 1. So that means what? You gotta watch until the end to get the number 1 thing on my list, okay? So number 5 on my list is you can never get along with her people. Brackets, you are who you hang out with. So when I say this, I mean, look, let's refer to friends, her girlfriends, right? And I've mentioned a lot of times how girls have their best friends. You guys have to understand that these female, the girl that you're dealing with right now, who she's hanging out with, she is that type of person to a certain extent, right? You are who you hang out with because, of course, you become that, or you're either the leader. The girl that you have right now, she is like the people that she's dealing with. And it could even be family, but like I said, I'm talking about females. So if you seem to come around and all the time, it's like you and her friend are beefing. You guys are always arguing about something. You guys can never see eye to eye. And her friend seems to be completely opposite than her. But guess what? You are who you hang out with. So truly, that's who she really is. Or behind your back when she's with her friend, most likely that's how she's acting, right? Even though you guys may be in a relationship, sometimes a friend can have a stronger hold if you and her don't have a strong enough bond for it to be, you know, basically unbreakable, for a friend to come in, her close friend, to break it, okay? So basically, if you guys always have that issue, you come around, you guys can never get along with that best friend that she has, her group of friends, it's always a problem. They hate your guts. Guess what? Also remember, they're going to be talking mad shit to her about you, saying that you're this and that, how, oh, you can do better, he ain't shit. All that is going to be going on. And you have to understand that, like, she's around that 24/7, right? It's going to go to her head. As much as you feel like, okay, this is good, my girl's solid, if there is an issue between you and her friend, eventually it's going to catch up. It might not be soon, but eventually it has to catch up. So if you're in that case, try to fix the problem that you may have with a friend, or maybe it'll never ever be fixed. And that may be because of the fact that you are just not the man for her and her friend sees it, okay? So let's move on to the next thing on my list. And this is when you can't please her sexually. So you know, on my channel, I don't really talk about the whole sexually pleasing thing, right? But I guess we're going to talk a little bit about it today. It doesn't mean it's all about size. It doesn't mean about the body type that you have, the structure that you have. All of that doesn't mean everything, because there's other ways to please a female. You might just not be freaky enough. You might not be kinky enough. And sometimes people can have the package, but they don't know how to deliver it. So if you just can't find a way around any of that, like there's just no way you can please her, and it just seems like it's being forced all the time, she complains, guess what? Not only that you're not the man for her, but she's gonna go elsewhere to find what she's missing with you. Because getting pleased sexually, although it might just be out of the picture where it's not the most important thing, it's still very important in a relationship because it impacts a woman, right? And you guys have to have, honestly, a good sex life so no infidelity is gonna keep going on, okay? And let's move on to the next thing on my list. And this is, you can never make her feel better. Now, this is very, very important because you guys know females deal with a lot of emotions. We have our roller coasters, we have our ups and downs, we have our periods, we have all of that, and we may seem like we're all over the place. And sometimes we just need comforting. Sometimes we just need somebody to listen. Sometimes we just need a rant. Sometimes we just need a pat on the back. We need a hug, or to get pleased sexually. It just may be one of those, right? And guess what? If it seems that you can never, ever, ever find a solution for her problems, then it's because you are not the man for her. If a woman is dealing with a man that is a man for her, then there's going to be at least a moment. It might not be all the time, especially depending on how bad her attitude is and how she's difficult to deal with. It all depends on that. But there has to be a time, at least once, where you can make her feel better, or at least change your mood a little bit or help improve, make her laugh, a little giggle, a little smile. There has to be a time. There's no way then you are not the man for her. And for some reason, she can still keep you around, or she's just putting up with you for now. And that happens to be the case. When you're around her, does it seem like it's such a struggle, it's such a hard time? Then guess what? You're not the man for her, okay? So let's move on to the next thing on my list, and this is number 2. Number 2 is tries to change you. So for number 2, it can be good, it could be bad. So I'll start off with the good, trying to change you. When a female is trying to change what you have issues with already, things that you're trying to improve, and it could be a little other examples I can mention, but mainly it's what you're trying to improve. Some things that you guys both came to an agreement and feel like you should do this, or this is a better idea. You know, it's just something that you guys have an understanding of, both of you guys, right? And so when she's trying to change you, she's there to support you, to cheer you on, you know, to make you feel better, to make you keep going and help you through all of it. And that's only more so for your benefit, right? And it's not because she's doing it for her selfish needs. She's trying to change you for the better because she wants it for you. She wants you to be happier. She wants to see you happier, not because she wants to be with a certain strict man and that has to be like this type of guy, all of that. No. When she's trying to change you for the good and you are the man for her, it's all going to be good, beneficial things that go hand in hand, but mostly fall into your place more than hers, because she's not being selfish in this case and she's trying to look out for you more than her, if anything. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing, and that is the bad one. And this is how you know you're not the man for her, is when she's trying to change you to basically be her dream man. So what happens is a lot of times it's going to be more negativity than positivity. It's going to seem like she's making you feel bad and making you hurt, like almost like she wants you to be a certain type of guy, and it's like that's the only guy that's good enough. So what happens is she's gonna make you feel like shit. She's just gonna look at you almost with, like I like to say, disgust and almost bothered, like she's not into you or interested in you because of the fact that she wants you to be a certain man, or she feels like she should get a different type of man, or she feels like you're not good enough. All of that. That's the problem with that, because then she's gonna tell you how to do things, how you should be dressing all the time. And there's different things that I can say about each thing that a woman can try to change about you, but when I say you have to look at, is it coming from just what she wants, or is it coming from what she feels like is best for you? There's the differences right there. If it's what's best for you, what's best for your relationship in a positive way, in a healthy way, then absolutely it's good change. It's not bad change. But when it seems like it's so toxic and negative and it's always a problem and you guys are arguing about these little issues and then it's becoming bigger problems, then it just goes to show you are not the man for her. Because why would a woman have to come into your life and change you that much? She should have already known what she was getting into, what type of man you were ahead of time, right? Of course, if you guys really rush things, then probably not. But in most cases, a woman's gonna know the type of man that you are from the process of getting to know you before you guys actually start dating, becoming official, titles, being a real couple, and now every single thing is a problem. Now you guys are having issues with everything that she should have known from the jump was an issue. Then it goes to show that she probably wanted you for a certain reason. She probably was trying to use you, manipulate you, all of those. That's why she was just, keeping you around, making sure you're still there. And now you can see that you're not the man for her because it's just coming to light where she's trying to change you and not in a good way. Okay, so let's move on to the last thing on my list. And this is don't have the same vision and long-term goals. So this is the number one thing because it's very important. Because look, let's say this first. If you guys are dealing with females that you just want to hit and leave, smash, she's a hoe, like, okay, what do you expect in that case? You can't expect the stuff that I'm saying, number one, to even apply to you guys because it's irrelevant. If you guys are in a situation like that, why does that matter if you guys are just trying to fool around? You guys aren't serious, right? So let me refer back to a consultation that I had with somebody, and he was telling me that the girl said, oh, well, she doesn't know she's ready, but she's looking into her, she might be interested, or maybe it could get somewhere. And I'm thinking to myself, like, she just gave you the answer. It's not gonna get somewhere. Right now I'm kind of being a hoe. Right now I'm still looking around. There's other guys, or she might have just looked at you and said, he's not it. No, this is not the one. So guess what? That's the answer right there for you're not the man for her. And it's pretty obvious because it's just like, if somebody meets that person that's going to be the one for them, literally the one for them, then they are going to be in a place of not even doubting, oh, should I change this? Oh, is this going to work for us both in long term, right? And when I say vision, if you are trying to be settled down, have a marriage, have kids, all of that. You know, long-term, short-term does not matter. And she's coming into it and telling you, like I just said, she wants to just fool around. She still wants to party. She still wants to see what's out there. Guess what? Your visions are completely different. You have goals for the future, you know, to be on your purpose, to get somewhere, build a house, have a house, buy a house, all of that. That's never going to be in her vision ever, because she's going to be thinking about the materialistic things, all the irrelevant things, and all the hype and all the status, all the money, all of that. So you can't expect for you to be the man for a woman like that, because you will not be the one that she's going to be staying with long term. And then, like I said, you guys don't have the same goals, vision, all of that falls into the same thing. And it just means like your mindsets are completely different. So you can't be the man for her. Maybe eventually, that's a whole nother story. But for now, you are not the man for her. And you know what? You guys should take it as in, you should be happy, because there's going to be someone that's going to appreciate you for who you are as a man. And actually, you end up being the man for her, okay? So I hope this video helped you guys out. And if it did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you drop the type of videos you would like to see below. Make sure you follow me on my social media. Make sure you check out my Patreon. And of course, make sure you check out my second YouTube channel. And you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, you guys.